What's up, everyone? Howler here, coach of your Delta Gligars. Today I'm bringing you the Week 10 match of the BBL. It's the final week of the regular season, and we are taking on the Commissioner, Olivia Zame, and her New Orleans Saints Snow. You can see her team over on the right side of the screen. Liv currently is 5-4 on the cusp of making playoffs. If she wins this one, then she will guaranteed clinch. If she loses, though, she might not make it, depending on her differential, because there's going to be at least one 5-5 team that gets in playoffs. So, I think she would have to lose pretty badly to not make playoffs, to be honest. But you never know. As for us, we are coming off the forfeit loss from last week. Still not feeling 100% when it comes to team building and doing this Pokemon grind. But nonetheless, we are here to play the final match of the season. We have a team that I definitely would not bring if I were going all out for a win. Because, you know, we could very well face Liv again in playoffs. We don't want to spend too much time building and bringing our best team for this game in case we meet her again. And so basically what's at stake here is if I win, I come first, I get the first seed for playoffs, and if I lose, Owen gets first and I get second place. And to be honest, I really could care less whether I get first seed or second seed. It doesn't make much of a difference to me at all. Like, first and second are both really, really good seeds going into the playoffs, and, you know, it's not like the first seed gets a bye and the second seed doesn't, so it's not as important to me. So we are going to try to win this game, though. I'm not like trying to lose so I can get second or anything. We are going to try to win with the team that we are bringing. So this Calyrex is probably probably more of a meme set than anything else that you'll see on this team, to be honest, because we're not bringing Glacial Lance. We're running Rest and Sleep Talk, so I'm hoping this thing can kind of just sit on the field for an extended amount of time. And I think Avalanche is a negative priority move, I think. So yeah, if anything damages us before we attack, then Avalanche will be 120 base power. So it's only 10 base power weaker than Glacial Lance, and it has more PP. So that's the main reason why I'm using Avalanche. And it's also just kind of funny to not see Glacial Lance on the Calyrex. Zen Headbutt is our other move, just so that, you know, Zen Headbutt would OHKO the Keldeo. And the Walrein actually resists our Ice-type moves 8 times! It's an 8 times Ice Resist, which is the exact reason why Liv picked this Pokemon up in free agency, because she wants to counter-team the #1 team in the league. That's how draft leagues work, right? Yes, so we have the Misty Seed support for a special defense boost so that we can just sit in front of absolutely everything. Yes, we have Rest Sleep Talk with Misty Terrain, so we're gonna have to count Misty Terrain turns effectively so that we can actually use Rest once the terrain has faded. Okay, so our next set, I wanted to bring Genesect because I didn't bring it to the Week 8 game. This is an all-out special attacking Genesect with Steel Beam. Steel Beam, baby! Yes, if the Sylveon is specially defensive enough to the point where it thinks it can take a Flash Cannon, well, I would like to see you try to take a Steel Beam instead. And we could get a surprise kill on that thing. This has enough speed to outspeed Timid Max Speed Chandelure. And we just have, so Dark Pulse can hit the Chandelure super effectively. Like, if this is in on a Ferrothorn and it wants to predict us going for a Flamethrower, switch into Chandelure, get a Flash Fire boost, then we could go for a Dark Pulse and probably just knock it out, especially if we get a special attack boost from Download. And then Ice Beam is going to be there for the Zygarde. The only problem with this set is that Keldeo resists every single attack on our set. But it does have to respect the fact we could carry Thunderbolt, so... and the rest, we got Finny for the Keldeo and Raikou for the Keldeo and Zen Headbutt on Calyrex for that as well, so... I'm not too worried about Keldeo. It is what it is. Next up, Sven's favorite Miltank set. It's Curse, baby. We have the Misty Terrain support from our Tapu Fini so that hopefully he just doesn't bring Toxic on anything, and if he gets a Toxic off, then this Miltank set doesn't really work. But we just try to, like, this is a really good bring against the Chandelure specifically because I'm immune to Shadow Ball and I resist the Fire type moves thanks to Thick Fat. So, and I can't just run Mono Body Slam, otherwise I can't even touch the Chandelure. So that's why we have to have 2 attacking moves. We can't afford to run like Rest Sleep Talk or anything to cure our poison, or we can't afford to run Heal Bell to cure our poison or anything like that. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping this is the set that comes through. We brought Miltank week 7 and it just died. I didn't really get to do anything, so I'm hoping that it can do something for us in this game. Next up is the exact same Tapu Fini set that we brought week 8. I really just wanted it for the terrain. I didn't really care what kind of set it was, so I just figured I'd try to bring this set again. Of course, it has a different EV spread, and we're holding the terrain extender, which may or may not be a mistake, but I want a maximum number of turns for Miltank to avoid getting Toxic. That's the reason why I made this choice. If I was relying on Calyrex to win me the game, then I probably wouldn't have Terrain Extender, because then that's longer amount of turns that I can't click Rest, but I can just go into other things to try to burn the turns of Misty Terrain so that Calyrex can come in like 5 or 6 turns later to get its special defense boost and then do its job. Raikou just is a Salt Vest. It can switch into Zapdos. It outspeeds the Keldeo. It's not very good against Zygarde, like that's just a fact, unfortunately, but it's good against most other things on Liv's team. And the last mon is Nihilego, because like Nihilego did something for us in the Week 8 game, which was great. I really was hoping that I could bring it more often this season, so I'm bringing it here. Another mon that just gets absolutely fucked by Zygarde, so an offensive set doesn't make much sense. Instead, we are screen support just like we had on our Raikou for the Week 8 game, and we can set hazards as well and go for power gem damage against stuff like Zapdos. And yeah, that's going to be the team, and we will see you right back for the match. Alright, we're back for the battle against Liv, the queen of the New Orleans Saint Snow, with the brilliantly creative competition name of One. Her and Owen apparently like to do similar things. Ha 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 ha! No Zygarde! No Zygarde! Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. Okay, Raikou is a hell of a lot better then. Raikou is a hell of a lot better. Type, so no Chandelure is actually pretty interesting to me. Raikou is the freest lead in the world. I will, like, literally no reason not to lead Raikou. We outspeed everything. If Mew leads, I will just click Shadow Ball because I honestly did not prep for Mew much at all. I very easily could have brought my Urshifu, but I was like, you know what? Urshifu's had its time in the spotlight this season. It's got 10 kills. It's done pretty well for itself. Let's try to spread the love to other members on the team. Good luck and have fun, Liv. I will try to have fun, because Mons have not felt that fun to me in the last week or so. They've been more stressful than fun, but I will try to have fun. I will try to be relaxed. That's type no. So I could Aura Sphere this, or I could just Volt Switch. I mean, she doesn't really have anything that she wants to... If I stay in, she doesn't really have anything that she wants to go into. Yeah, I kind of just want to scout what she wants to do. Click Aura Sphere here. I mean, she could go into Sylveon. Sylveon can take hits from this, but I'm fine volt switching out against Sylveon. We get that. That looks actually pretty nice. I mean, I knew that was going to do absolute dick damage. Double edge. Wow, that's a 2-hit KO. Damn! Okay. Well, I don't want to give up my Raikou just yet. If I were her, I'd probably predict this Volt Switch, and... I mean, is she really going to have rest? Is she really going to have rest with my Tapu Fini around? That did decent damage. Probably should have just gone for the Volt Switch on the first turn. So I like having my Nihilego to pivot in against Sylveon. Mainly Sylveon. I don't really want to go Genesect here. I want to save Genesect for Ferrothorn. Let's go into the Fini and set our terrain, and then we can switch up what we want to do from there. At least prevent this thing from going for a rest. And if this thing stays in, I'll probably just double out into Miltank and start cursing. Ha! No sir. No, I say no sir, but you know what I mean. No ma'am. Could I set up in front of this? I could. I could just go for the straight setup. I could Calm Mind. Or I could just... because you stay in a U-turn. I don't want to give you U-turn momentum. I'll go for a Calm Mind. Even though I'm pretty sure Ferrothorn comes out. But then I can bring in Genesect and click Flamethrower for free. Actually, you stayed in. Wow. Okay, I thought you were going to U-turn there. Let's go for an Iron Defense then. I'll be very content if you leave this thing in and keep clicking Double Edge. That did 0. And Draining Kiss might kill from here. Although, should I go for more Calm Minds? Probably. Get as many boosts as I can. Just so that Zapdos isn't doing as much damage to us. Oof. Okay. So this turn I'll Draining Kiss. Should kill, I would think. Yeah, this thing is so fat that I was like afraid that it actually might not kill. So if I had gone for Iron Defense on the first turn, I think I would be better off here. At least Type Null is gone, which is nice. Now I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised now that I think about it that Walrein didn't come out. That Walrein didn't show up. So this thing I don't think knocks me out if I'm just gonna Drain Kiss here. I don't think this thing knocks me out if it's not offensive. Oh, you Volt Switch. That's a good play, actually. And Volt Switch knocks me out, so this is definitely offensive Zapdos. Okay, so here I'm hoping that you go into... Actually, I don't really care what you go into. I'm gonna bring in Calyrex. I'm gonna bring in Calyrex. Against Sylveon? Okay, sounds good. Let's go Calyrex and pop the Misty Seed. And we can go for... Ice is unresisted. Okay, so I need to know how many turns of... need to know how many turns of terrain are still left. Info. 2 turns left. Okay, so on the 3rd turn I can rest if I want to. I will just click Avalanche. See what this thing wants to do, how much damage Avalanche does to this. Like, this thing should not be doing any sorts of damage to me. So Ferrothorn is probably coming out here. No, Keldeo. Oh, I could have Zen Headbutted this thing. Well, I'm obviously going to do that on the next turn. This thing could have... It doesn't have leftovers. Do you pivot Ferrothorn now? That's a thing you could do for sure. But if this thing goes down... Oh, no. No. You were dead to Zen Headbutt. With this thing goes down, she doesn't really have much to damage. She doesn't really have much to damage the Miltank anymore. I get a +1 boost in attack. I honestly believe that I might sweep with this now. Unless it's like Iron Defense Mew, which is possible. Terrain's gone now, so I'm free to click rest whenever I want. Yeah, this is the Ferrothorn. Okay, so I think Avalanche moves second. We're good, no matter what. I'll just click it, see how much damage it does. And if and when Body Press, that's not going to do dick. Bounce. Avalanche +1. Oh my god. Holy shit. That actually is a contact move, as it turns out. And Rocky Helmet. Okay. So that's going to make me want to click rest. Yeah, that's going to make me want to click rest. Because I don't want to take another Body Press plus Iron Barb's Rocky Helmet. I want to make sure this thing, I can try to keep this thing as healthy as possible. Toxic? Fails. Okay. So she's got Toxic on... Oh, and we actually... So we could roll Avalanche here and move first, which would be amazing. Or Zen Headbutt. And we have a chance to flinch, and maybe it just kills it. Oh, that would have been so nice if it killed it. Oh, damn. Damn, that sucks. But we do get the flinch. Wow. Sleep Talk again, and then we wake up on the next turn. And I can decide whether or not I want to rest. We do get rest this time. Body Press. Okay, now I'm going to rest again. I'm going to rest again. That really stinks that I didn't knock out that Ferrothorn. I'm just going to rest again, though. It's especially nice that if we roll an attacking move with Sleep Talk, if we roll an attacking move with Sleep Talk, then we'll move first. Oh, that's a crit. That's unfortunate. So here's what I'm going to do, actually. If I don't get an attacking move on this turn... Avalanche, okay. So I was actually going to click... I was actually not going to click... what's it called? I was not going to click Sleep Talk on the next turn if I didn't knock that thing out. Just so that I could click rest on the next turn and, you know, try to keep myself as healthy as possible. Chica is new. Okay. So I have to Sleep Talk this turn. I'm still asleep for one more turn. and then I can click rest. Well, this thing could have taunt, I guess, but if it had taunt, I think you should have gone into it earlier. Honestly, don't have much for this Mew, so I'm hoping that it doesn't prove to be a huge issue. Very interesting to have Toxic on type Null and Ferrothorn against Misty Terrain team. I don't think anything else on our team would have Toxic. Like, Toxic on 2 Mons. Toxic on 2 Mons against Misty Terrain is already like enough. Dragon Dance. Ooh, okay, this is kind of scary. I need an avalanche here. I need an avalanche here. Sleep Talk. I don't know if I get the damage boost from... Ah, shit, okay. Definitely clicking avalanche here. If for some reason it can't knock me out. Ooh, Flare Blitz. That's gonna hurt. Okay, Calyrex dies for the 2nd time this season, but it still got 2 kills. And now what the fuck do I do against this? Yeah, this, I don't have much for the Mew. This is a fact. It's probably Dragon Dance, Psychic Move, Flare Blitz, and Dazzling Gleam. I think it would have Dazzling Gleam. It'd have a Psychic Move or Earthquake or something to KO Nihilego, I would think. So Nihilego is good against her last 2 Pokemon. And Zapdos and Sylveon. I'm gonna go Miltank and see what this thing has for me. If I get a Body Slam Para, that could be really good, so I'm just gonna Body Slam. Body Slam Para means that I can maybe outspeed it with other members of my team. Yeah, like, I lose to this Mew if I don't get lucky, basically. That did a lot of damage. It's a crit. No para, unfortunately. I'm just gonna Body Slam till the cows come home. Yeah, Psychic Fangs, I figured you'd have that. It's a 2-hit KO, so I need a para here. Shit. Okay, so we get swept by this. Although it might die to Flare Blitz Recoil. I'm gonna sack Raikou here, and then go Nihilego. No, and then go Genesect. So I think Miltank is still good against the last 2 Mons on her team. Whereas I don't think I need the Raikou as much. Like, Raikou would not beat Sylveon. I basically need to hope that she clicks Flare Blitz against Genesect and that the Flare Blitz recoils enough to knock her out. So our move to click here is Dark Pulse. Doesn't even matter what kind of boost that we got. So there is the Flare Blitz. I know I'm gonna die, but I just need her to die too. And she should. Alright, so it's 2-2. This is a very close endgame. So I kind of like, yeah, I like going Nihilego here. Now, if only I had Sludge Wave, I think I would clean up this game. Zapdos comes out. Okay, so I'm just gonna Power Gem this. She can switch into Sylveon if she wants. She could be Calm Mind Sylveon, which would be annoying. Nope. Zapdos gets one shot. And I think we're getting... no, we should get a special attack boost, actually. Yeah. But I don't have Sludge Wave. So... yeah, I don't have Sludge Wave, unfortunately. Yeah, I could have brought Sludge Wave over Stealth Rocks for sure. So if this is Calm Mind Sylveon, I might lose. But Power Gem still does quite a bit. Not leftovers. I have a lot of Power Gems, so if I get a crit on one of them... Ooh, Mystical Fire, okay. That's a good play. So I don't ever beat this thing unless I, with Nihilego, I have to Light Screen and go into Miltank, and then start boosting up against it. So I think this thing is just Wish. I don't know if it has Protect. It might have Toxic. If it has Toxic, that would suck. I might lose this game because I didn't bring Sludge Wave on Nihilego. Okay, we're Thick Fat, we have our Light Screen, so that's going to do absolutely nothing. We don't care about the special attack drop. I can Milk Drink in front of this thing now. She has a slight edge in timer against me, so I should be moving fast because this game could go pretty long. Please don't have Toxic. Okay, I think that means no Toxic. So I will now Curse. Let's go, Miltank! If there's no Toxic, Miltank should win this. I don't think it has Toxic. We're gonna Curse again. Curse again, so I think I'm gonna go to +4. Okay, she's already faster. I should check how many turns of screens I have. Info, screens, I have 3 turns of Light Screen left. Okay, so I will, so I'll go to +4. I'll go to +4 and then I'll Milk Drink. And then I'll start attacking once Light Screen wears off. Curse one more time, and then Milk Drink, and then start Body Slamming, and just pray for no crits. Okay, even with a crit, I think we should live. The next attack. Let's fucking go, Miltank. Mulan! This is the last turn of light screen, so I will make sure that I'm healthy enough. No crit, thankfully. And now I body slam. Because we don't have the light screen anymore. Oh my god. Let's fucking go Miltank. Ooh, that does a little bit of damage now. Oh yes! Oh yes! Big damage, Miltank. Big damage. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't bring Sludge Wave onto Heligo and I beat this thing with Miltank instead because that was so much more fun. GG to live. That's a 2-0 win for the Gligars. We actually win this game and finish first in the regular season for BBL. We finished 9-1. So technically we are still undefeated because our one loss was a forfeit loss. So we didn't actually lose a game with this team. So we still kind of have that target on our back going into playoffs as the #1 seed. But you know what? I can't throw games. Like, I can't just be out here purposely trying to lose games. That's not cool. All right, there are people in playoff chase that are counting on me to try to win games. So yeah, Miltank did something. That's good. Nihiligo did something too. It got 1 kill. It could have had 2 if I didn't bring stealth rocks on it, but it had the support from Miltank to set up. Okay, it did its job. Calyrex, 2 more kills. Fantastic. Finishes the season 22-2. 11-1 kill to death ratio. Perfect kill death ratio. And I'm glad that it died again. Honestly, I didn't want it to only 1 death going into the playoffs. 2 deaths. Okay, that's a little bit more respectable. Sadly, Genesect didn't really do anything, but I was able to play around. Actually, I got a crit body slam on the Mew with Miltank. That actually could have mattered a lot. Because I needed Mew, because if I didn't get that crit, it probably wouldn't have put Mew in range to die to Flare Blitz recoil. So that actually was pretty key, now that I think about it. That was a good Mew set. I imagine the last move was Dazzling Gleam just to OHKO the Urshifu, or it could have been like Drain Punch or something. I don't know. But I don't think +1 Drain Punch would be doing much to Urshifu at all. Actually, it gets Play Rough. It should get Play Rough because it gets every move. So yeah, I think it was probably Play Rough just to OHKO Urshifu. You do risk missing though. You have the 10% chance to miss, and if you just ran Dazzling Gleam, you'd hit it on the weaker Spadef side and you would never miss. So you could run either one, to be honest. But yeah. Good game to live, everyone. I'm pretty sure playoffs start next week. There's no break week in between, so not entirely sure who my first round opponent will be, but I'm hoping that I can kind of get over this wave of anxiety that I've been feeling lately and be able to give my all once playoffs begin. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel to keep up with all of our Draft League content, and we'll see you next week for BBL playoffs.